Here we are again. Got another Hoover, another Dyson. Now I think this one's going to turn out to be quite interesting, to be honest with you. Well, I bought it on eBay. I won it on eBay. That's where I got all the other ones from. And you know, when I was bidding on it, it was advertised as a fully working Hoover. Fully working Hoover, you know, so I assumed it was just where the person had used it for their, you know, in their home as you do, and just bought a new one. It's just getting quite old, but it works fine. When I got there, it turns out that this guy is doing what I'm doing, getting broken ones, fixing them up, and selling them on. So I thought to myself, oh well, it doesn't matter, you know. I won it for very, very, very cheap for a fully working, repaired, restored Hoover then. Very, very cheap. When he said, I'll show it to you and make sure so you know it works. So I thought, alright then. Plugged it in. And the suction is, well, there's no suction really. It doesn't even take your finger. Look, you put your hand over that, you don't really even feel it. And, you know, when I thought it looked a little bit dirty when he got it out, but when I get a bit closer, bearing in mind he's restored this and cleaned it up, in his words. You know, I'm not being funny, but no disrespect, but would you call this cleaned up and restored? All that dirt, that's not been cleaned. You've seen my videos of when I clean and restore a Hoover. Oops. It's immaculate. They're all immaculate, aren't they? But I know you can't help the scuffs and things. You know, you're going to get some scuffs. You can't help them, but that's all dust and dirt. All that in there, we've got cobwebs and dirt, dust up there. The bin, for some reason, the bottom lid is a different colour. I assume that's been changed at some point. Whether he done it, I don't know. Now, I haven't looked at this Hoover yet. I've literally just picked it up from Rayleigh. And that's it. Bring it back here and put it in here, and now that's where I am now. So I'm really hoping that the loss of the suction is because this filter is clogged solid, because if it's not, we're going to have another problem. It could be a blockage in a pipe somewhere, but it could be the motors. The turbine in the motor could be damaged. But always start with the filter and then look for blockages after that. So I'm really hoping that this filter is blocked completely solid. I don't think. Well, it looks like he's giving it a little bit of a clean. Maybe it's not blocked solid like I was hoping it was going to be, or to be honest, like I was expecting. But at the same time, it's not clean, so he hasn't cleaned the filter. It has got, you can probably see the dust on it. So it has been cleaned, but he hasn't cleaned it very well, and there's all the ground and dirt around there that needs to be cleaned out. He hasn't cleaned inside here. He's restored it apparently. So I'm really hoping now that there's a blockage in one of the pipes, which is why we ain't got no suction, because he hasn't cleaned all in here. So I'm imagining he hasn't actually checked any of the pipes. Well, I don't know, the HEPA filter wouldn't really affect the suction, I don't think, because that's a post-motor filter and not a pre-motor filter. But I don't know, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. But I'm hoping the reason we've got no suction is because we've got a blockage. Right. So now I suppose we better have a look and check. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put all this aside. We'll plug it in. I better put the bin. Actually, no. I'll try it without the filter on and see if we've got any suction in. I can't see in the turbine actually to see whether it's damaged or not. I'll put the old bin back on. If I can do it with one hand. And we better put that back on. And we'll plug it in. And we'll see if it's got suction without the filter on it. I'm going to have to put the cover back on, aren't I? Stupid fool. What a fool, man. It's alright. I've just finished my night shift. I'm tired. Leave me alone, will you? Well, there we go. As you saw, we've got suction without the filter. So, even though it's not majorly clogged, this must be the problem. So I'm going to go and give it a wash out and sink, a bit of hot water and a little bit of soap. Give that a wash out while I'm at it. Then I'm going to come back and give it a good wipe over and give it a good clean and check everything. Make sure the pipe's not split. This one's actually got all the original tools, which is handy because the other one, some of the other ones didn't have the original tools. But this one actually does. Which is very handy. I can get it to slot back in, there we go. Right then, off to the sink I go. Right, back again. I've washed the filters, I'm waiting for them to dry. Got my trusty wet wipes. And I'm still astonished. I mean, you know, this has all been cleaned? It's all been cleaned, is it? I'm actually astonished. And I'm going to try not to give his address away. But this guy has actually gone to the trouble of printing out little stickers with a little Hoover symbol on them and his name, Derek Cox, and putting it on it as a finished product. Unbelievable. No, if you're watching this, Mr. Derek Cox, I'm not being sort of funny against you, but you can't cast this as good enough for being a restored, fixed up appliance. Do you know what I mean? It's dirty, but if that's what you see fit, fair play. But like I said, if you have any more, let me know. I'll come buy them off you. Of course I'll buy them off you. I'll buy anything off anyone. Right, I'm going to go and give this a good wipe over and then check to make sure the brush bar works, and hopefully by then the filter should be nice and dry and I can give it a suction test. Not a suction test, you know, a pickup test. Lovely job. Alright, there's a pile of dirty wet wipes. You know what I've been doing. I've been cleaning the Hoover. So, granted, it ain't spotlessly immaculate. It has got a fair few marks and scratches and ground in dirt on the surface. But I've given it a good wipe. There's no dust on it anymore. No dirt ground in on it anymore. So, just waiting for them filters to dry. Then that'll be that. Stick it on the old eBay. It's lovely. It's not a bad machine actually. I think it looks a bit odd with that green thing on there. I don't know whether it came with that or if that's been changed. I don't know with this particular model. It's a DC07 by the way. DC07 Brush Control HEPA Plus. That's what it is. I done them in all different strange colours, didn't they? So, but I am going to give it a polish. I give all my Hoovers a polish, with polish obviously, so that they're all nice and shiny, clean, polished before they go out and be sold. You know. So I'm going to give it a polish with some polish. Make sure they're all nice and shiny. Stick that filter back in. Make sure that the suction is good. The brush bar does work, I've tested it. All I'll do is put a bit of dirt on the floor and suck it up, make sure everything's working properly, and away we go. Stick it on the old eBay. So there's another Hoover restoration for you. Some of you lot like the Hoover things, don't you? I didn't realise how crazy people were for Hoovers. Anyway, there'll be plenty more to come. As long as I can find the cheap broken ones on eBay, and there'll be plenty more to come, don't worry about that. Sweet, my friend. Oh, by the way, Mr. Roger Obeziak, you're a crazy man. Very crazy.